I looked across at the Harvey Gin, and before my mind could stop me, began running toward the light, staying at the edge of the woods that surrounded the church. Probably no one was there, since the clans seemed to be congregated across the road, and I could get to the phone and call the sheriff or Daddy, anyone who might help Elizabeth and Quincy. As I rounded the corner, making my way behind the gin to look for an entrance, terror seized me. There sat the brown Buick. I could only hope the phantom riders were across the street with their brood of murderers. Just as I got to the back door, I heard the pickups at the church start up. One of them tore from the scene, with the KKK crazies, as Mama referred to them, whooping like a bunch of schoolboys out vandalizing mailboxes or tipping cows. I had to hurry. The blast that came next took the life right out of my body, and I fell to my knees. Flames shot so high in the air, I could see them over the tall cotton gin as I jumped to my feet to run back toward the church. "Liz Bess!" I screamed as I charged in the direction of the flames. Wormwood. Steeples catapulting to ocean of flames below, bodies ablaze, running, flailing, screams of agony, pleas for help and salvation, hopeless pleas. Running, tackling, rolling, smoldering, pulsating blue lights, sirens. Silence, surreal tranquility, desecrated crosses, sacred ashes, bodies and minds drained of tears, hope of heaven, eternal utopia, brotherly love. August 26th, 1964. It was 1964, and small-town Mississippi was on fire. The blast could be heard for miles away. Flames illuminated the sky like the 7 trumpet judgments of the apocalypse. Satan's meteor shower of racial bitterness drenched Bartonville, and Jim Crow and the floodwaters of hatred drowned the last vestiges of Southern purity and peace and changed the town's name, or at least its meaning, to Wormwood. Then, as quickly as it had festered, it ended, and the long process of healing began. Cars stretched for miles, the longest funeral procession ever remembered in the county, behind 2 black hearses carrying the earthly remains of 2 unlikely heroes, one black, the other white. Even more unlikely was the procession of mourners with blacks and whites, and no racially designated order for the convoy, as both proceeded to the same church, the same cemetery, the same eulogy. Centuries of hatred were buried for a day, while mourners, like the fallen heroes, embraced each other, though some from a distance, not in the forever act of caring, but in the temporary, guilt-driven moment of compassion and forgiving. Book 1, Where the Gully Path Begins.